making the progress you want?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's a work in progress. You know, he's just every day just trying to get those guys to get better every day. You know, and for the most part, I think that's what we're doing.
BAW was in there a couple of weeks ago, and he said that TJ was no question the leader of the defense. Is that how you feel?
Oh yeah, and that's how it should be. You know, everywhere I've been, your Mike linebacker, one of your linebackers, he's supposed to be the guy to run the show and, you know, get guys lined up, and he's doing a great job at it.
I was about to say, is that just because of the middle linebacker spot, or is that TJ's personality, or a mix of both?
I think it's just the position that comes with it. It's kind of like the quarterback on the offense. You know, that's kind of what I've always been taught. You know, the guy in the middle, he runs the show. You know, and TJ's not a very talkative guy, but he leads the guy by the way he practices, the way he plays.
How much did Sky help him with that transition, not just, you know, at the end of last year, but through the bowl practices and things like that?
You know, that's a question for TJ. I don't know how much he helped him, but I think he kind of, you know, you find yourself looking at older guys, you know, the things they're doing, and, you know, and you lean off of that and try to learn from that.
Does Bryson, as a fifth-year guy, kind of help supplement that leadership almost?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, he's played a lot of football for us. You know, so a lot of young guys, you know, they look at the way he practices and the way he carry himself, you know, and take what you can from that.
What does it mean for a defense to have a guy like Bryson who can he can go buck, he can go strong side, he can go weak side? Can he do a little middle too, or?
Probably so. You know, he's a guy that gives us a lot of flexibility as far as coaches. You know, offense. You know, they're gonna have to kind of figure out where he's lining up and how we're using it. So, you know, I'm excited about it.
How much was lost last year when he went down?
It was a big loss. I think, you know, just for some of the younger guys had to step up and play more, get more snaps. DJ Warren, you know, he's a guy, you know, probably played more snaps than I wanted him to last year, just because you lost the older guy. You know, you had to change the rotation.
How much of a mental jump has Bryson taken since he was injured last year to now? He said he felt like it helped him study the game more and better.
Yeah, he did, and it's still a work in progress. You know, you take Bryson. Now, Bryson's a guy who's played a number of positions his whole career here. You know, what I'm trying to do now is get him to find out what he can do really, really well, and let's focus on that and playing within the system. You know, a lot of times, you know, you may see him outside, but he feels like he's an inside linebacker. You know, you're outside, you have to stay outside. You're rushing, you have to keep rushing. You know, so just simplifying some of the things we want to do for him and keeping him to play within the system.
What does he do really, really well?
What's that?
What are those things you've identified that he does really, really well?
He can really rush the passer.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I like. He can really rush the passer. You know, he plays with a lot of effort. He runs to the ball. You know, so just trying to, you know, simplify those things. Let's get him in situations where he can rush the passer and he can run and use his athletic ability.
When you do have a lot of youth, you know, is that something where you have a problem with maybe guys who want to freelance and kind of go off on their own, go rogue?
Well, when they're young, you can kind of teach them that. When they're old, you're kind of having to break them and reteach them. You know, not to say that's what we're doing with Bryson, but just kind of keeping him within the system. You know, a guy that can run really well, a lot of times he may feel he can make a play that's on the opposite side of the field, but that may not be his job. You know, so young guys, you bring them in, they don't know. They don't know, so you can teach a young dog, but an old dog, sometimes you got to break that dog and reteach him.
We've heard a lot about the emphasis on the pass rush this year. How does that look, and how do you see, what are the prospects for that?
Oh, it looks good. You know, DJ Warren's been rushing the pass good. You know, Bryson, even some of the younger guys. You know, you got Danny Fennell there. Aaron Sterling, he's another one. You know, so we got a number of guys that can rush the passer. You know, so that's going to be a big emphasis this year. Third down, we got to get after the quarterback.
Beyond Bryson, DJ, Brad, and Danny, is anyone else working at Buck?
Well, I'm coaching the Bucks and the ends. So I got Aaron Sterling also. I got Shamik Blackshear. You know, you throw him in the mix. So it's all the edge guys. You know, I'm pretty much working with them. So it's the end and also the Bucks.
How much has Shamik, or has it been a struggle for him to kind of put it all together, and where is he in that process?
He's doing good. You know, he's playing hard. The thing I like about Shamik, he plays with a lot of effort, and it matters to him. Football matters, you know. So he's a guy we've also put inside. You know, he's playing some 3 technique for us in our pass situation. You know, so his role is increasing. The more he gets better and the more he produces, his role will increase even more.
How much has Aaron evolved over the last year?
Oh, I like Aaron, man. Aaron is, you know, I tell people all the time, he's kind of similar to myself coming in. He's an undersized guy. You probably look at him when you walk in here and wonder how does he get it done. But he's a guy that finds a way. I told him to, you know, you follow DJ Warner everywhere he go. He go eat, you go eat. He go to the weight room, you go to the weight room. And he's been doing that. You know, you treat him like a big brother syndrome, you know, and he's doing good for us in Canada.
Is he a